अपने प्रूफ मांगोगे या
Oh, hello, Ninja Warriors. Hello, am I audible, guys? Am I audible? Let me know in the chat box if I'm audible. All right, so today's session is going to be about 3D geometry. Okay, so let me just check one time the audio check.
आप अपने प्रूफ मांगोगे
Oh, hello, Ninja Warriors. All right, I can hear myself, and now I guess I'll be visible too. So, welcome to yet another power packed session from the Roar series. And today is the most awaited session, most awaited chapter, I would say, because 3D geometry, you all know, like if I talk about the past 10 years trend analysis, vector and 3D geometry is like on the number one position if it comes to the weightage of JEE main, and it is predictable that vector and 3D geometry is going to become like the topmost weighted chapter in JEE main 2025 as well. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. And if I talk about this chapter, it is advisable to at least know the basics of straight lines chapter, the basics of coordinate geometry chapter, so as to get a better understanding of 3D geometry. Okay, all right, yes, I can see. All right, guys, how are you? How are you? All right, I can see the chat box right here. Okay. How are you? Just give me a moment. I will fix something over here. Yes. So, and also you have to like the session right away. If you have not liked the session, what are you waiting for? Like it right away. Okay. Hi Charumati. How Sachin? Good evening Nakshatra. Okay. Till what time session goes? So we'll wind up the session before 9:15 p.m. So let's see. I hope that you guys have done your dinner is already done. We are not gonna plan any break in the session. So in one shot, in one go, we'll try to finish 3D geometry from the very basics. Yes. So this chapter we are going to cover from the very basics. We'll cover PYQs as well. We'll cover as many problems as possible. We'll cover all theory, all concepts. Okay. All right. Clear, clear, clear. Perfect. Chalo, let's start. Hi Ashish. Hi Yogvit Sonali. Hi Vani. Okay, I guess I can see your chat. Just give me one moment. I just want to open the chat box and okay, right. Let me just open the YouTube and here we are. Cool. Okay, perfect. Okay. So we are going to cover all possible theory of JEE main and advanced both. Okay. But the problems we are going to cover till JEE main. For JEE advanced there will be a separate problem solving session for this particular chapter. Okay. Alright, now let's just start with the very basics. So you can see that if you just talk about the coordinate geometry, we have seen the distance between 2 points, right? So in coordinate geometry, if I talk about, there are 2 points. If you can see over here, right? Let me just draw. If there is a point P, x1, y1, there is a point Q, x2, y2. Can anybody tell me what is the distance for me? Very easy, very obvious that the distance between PQ will be equals to square root of x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. Correct? So this is PQ. Now in 3D geometry, the third dimension is introduced. A new character is introduced, okay? The new character is Z. So now in 3D geometry, you are having P and Q points, where your P is x1, y1, z1 and Q is x2, y2, z2. Now what will happen? Again, PQ will be square root of x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square plus z1 minus z2 square. So one extra term z1 minus z2 square will be an additional term to you. Okay, all right. Yes, yes, JEE aspirant. I don't know your name, but it says you're a JEE aspirant. That's all I know. Okay, now let us take a and you think and let me know. Okay, this is a question to you. Just think, imagine, because 3D geometry is all about imagination. The more you're able to imagine in this chapter, the more things will be easier and natural to you. Okay, distance of a point coordinate axis. Okay, so let me just draw it for you. Let me make a little bit easier for you. Distance of point P axis. Now let me draw. Okay, so this is your y axis, this is your x axis, and this is your z axis. Correct? Now there is a point P, and understand this point P is in space, right? This point P is in space. It is having x comma y comma z. Now this point P, I want distance of this point P. That means what I want is PA. Can you see? I want distance PA. Okay. How to get the distance between P and A? So all we know is the distance formula. If you want to calculate distance between 2 points, you should be aware about the coordinates of both the points. Yes? Yes or no? Okay. So here the point A. Now A, x-axis. Now understand, any point which is lying on the x-axis has y coordinate 0 as well as z coordinate is also 0. What about x coordinate, ma'am? You're saying y and z coordinate is 0. What about x coordinate? So x coordinate will be the origin. And can you see the horizontal distance from the origin is the x coordinate. So basically this distance x will be equals to this distance. Okay. So OA distance will be x. So basically what I'm trying to say is the coordinate, the x coordinate of P will be equal to x coordinate of A. Isn't it? Yes. Are you able to imagine this? Are you able to understand this? The horizontal distance from y-axis of P is equal to horizontal distance from A. Right? Both the distance are equal. So x comma 0 comma 0. Now you can go ahead and apply the distance formula. You will realize x minus x is 0 plus y minus 0. So y square z square. Okay, interesting, interesting, interesting. Did you realize that means distance of point P from x-axis will not at x coordinate. Okay. So now let me just give you one question over here. The question says that find distance between distance of point P. P is a comma 2 comma 3 from x-axis. Tell me. Now you must be wondering, hold on ma'am, like some people might think that okay, you are telling me that find the distance of point P from x-axis, and ma'am you're not giving me all the coordinates. The x coordinate is missing. The logic is that you don't even need x coordinate. Okay, so from x-axis the distance will be what? Tell me. Square root of 2 square plus 3 square. That's it. So square root of 13 will be the answer. Are you getting my point? Yes? Okay. Clear? Alright, alright. Now, let me just go back and talk about distance of point P from y-axis. Distance of point P from y-axis will be what? Square root of x square plus z square. Okay. Now, distance of point P from z will be what? Square root of now x square plus y square. Did you understand the pattern now? Did you understand the idea behind it? Okay, clear? I guess you guys are writing, ma'am. Voice is breaking. Is it breaking too much? Are you like not able to understand? P from z be what? Square root of now x square plus y square. Did you understand the pattern now? Did you understand the idea behind it? Okay, clear. I guess you guys are writing, ma'am. Voice is breaking. Is it breaking too much? Are you like not able to understand? From Z. I can see a little bit voice is breaking, but I guess it's manageable because there is some issue. Maybe there is some glitch, but I feel that you guys can manage. What do you think? Okay, let me just go ahead now. Direction cosines of a line. Now, two very important terminologies which are there in 3D geometry, which you can see in your JEE main previous year question as well. That are direction cosines and direction ratios. And I have seen a lot of students are getting confused about, ma'am, we don't understand what is a direction cosines and what is a direction ratio. Okay, so I am here to explain you what is a direction cosine and what is a direction ratio. Okay, all right. Yes, so direction cosine and direction ratio, let us understand now. Okay. So now direction cosines of a line. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is, suppose you are having a line in a space. Okay, so that line is line L. This is your line L. This is a 3D line in a space. Okay, now in from this line I have to actually talk about a vector which is parallel to. So basically a vector which is parallel to this line will be what? Tell me. A vector will be a vector which is parallel to, or also I will talk about the unit vector. Okay. So unit vector which is parallel to the line, let us assume it as OP. What is OP? So understand, OP is a unit vector parallel to OP cap. Let me write OP cap is unit vector parallel to my line L. Are you understanding this thing, that what is OP? So I have created a OP vector which passes through origin, which is perpendicular to my line. Okay, now just understand that what this parallel vector is doing. So this line L is making alpha with the axis. So obviously my vector will also make alpha with the x-axis. Yes, clear? Okay, ma'am. Now if my line is making beta with the y-axis, so this is your y-axis, basically y-axis. So this line is making beta with the y-axis, so my vector will also make beta with y-axis, and same gamma with z-axis, so my vector will also make gamma with z-axis. Okay, so now cos alpha comma cos beta comma gamma, these three quantities will become direction cosines of my line L. Direction cosines of L. Are you getting my point? Yes. So cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are the direction cosines of a line, where alpha, beta, gamma are nothing but the angles which my line is making with x, y and z axis. Is that clear? Is the definition clear to you guys? Okay. Now just tell me one thing. Okay. Suppose this is OP. Okay. This is OP. This thing you have studied in physics. This is your OP, correct? So now OP, this P point is again x comma y comma z, correct? Or we can just mark this P point as L comma M comma N. Can I do that? This P point is L comma M comma N, and obviously L square plus M square plus N square will be 1. Why? Why? Tell me. Because my OP vector is Li cap plus Mj cap plus Nk cap is a unit vector. Is a unit vector. Okay? Is a unit vector. Okay? OP vector is a unit vector. Understanding it? Getting my point? So now the magnitude of OP will be what? Tell me. Magnitude of OP will be square root of L square plus M square plus N square, and that is going to become 1. So that means L square plus M square plus N square is 1. Okay. Now, okay ma'am, we are getting it. Actually there are two things going on parallelly. You have introduced cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma, and now you are saying you have introduced L comma M comma N, which are the like position vectors of point P. Now think, ma'am, can we just establish a relation between L, M and N and cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma? Okay, let me just draw one more time and tell you what is happening over here. So this is your O, this is your P, this is OP vector, and this is L comma M comma N. So just tell me one thing, that this is alpha, correct? So this length, can anybody tell me what is this length OA? So OA length will be x coordinate of this point A. So L. What about OB? So OB will be y coordinate, that is M. And what about OC? So OC will be what? N. Correct? And just tell me one thing, you have studied this in physics, right? So you have studied this in physics that OP is this. So horizontal component is, the horizontal component is OA, which is OP cos alpha. This length should be OP cos alpha, correct? So OP cos alpha is equals to L. Correct? OP cos alpha is equals to L. What is OP? By the way, what is OP? OP is 1. The length of OP is 1. So if OP is 1, then this will be just cos alpha. So 1 cos alpha. So that means L is coming out as cos alpha. Okay? L is coming out as cos alpha. And M will be cos beta and N is cos gamma. So basically the point P will have coordinates cos alpha, cos beta, comma cos gamma, and this is a unit vector. So basically OP vector will be L I cap plus M j cap plus N k cap, or you can write it as cos alpha I cap plus cos beta j cap plus cos gamma k cap. Okay, so this is basically a unit vector. That simply means that L square plus M square plus N square will be 1. Hence cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equals to 1. Okay, let me have a look at the chat box. Okay, yes Harinath, I have zero knowledge in vectors. Can I watch this video? Yes, you can watch this video, but you should have a basic knowledge of straight lines. Okay, okay bacha. Okay. Yes, Parthan, ma'am, watching this video is enough, or should I take your crash course? Please tell. Crash course in crash course C. Crash course, there is a structured studies happening over there. This video is also like we are covering it everything. There also we are covering everything. Do not worry about that. But in crash course, you will get personal attention. You will get all your doubts cleared. You will get a lot of material. So that's a different game altogether. Now you have to decide. Obviously, we teachers always will recommend structured studies. Call is yours. You can just go ahead and buy the crash course as well. Okay, Spartan, clear? Okay. Now let us just talk about one question on direction cosines. Are we ready? Are we ready for one question on direction cosines? Okay, so the question says direction cosines DC of a line equally inclined with coordinate axis is. Now equally inclined means what? So direction cosines you know is cos alpha, comma cos beta, comma cos gamma, correct? These are the direction cosines. Now as per the question, alpha is equals to beta is equals to gamma, right? So that means this is cos alpha, comma cos alpha, comma cos alpha. Basically alpha, beta, gamma are the same thing. And now we know that sum of squares of all three things will be 1. So cos square alpha plus cos square alpha plus cos square alpha will become what? 1. 3 cos square alpha is 1. Cos alpha is plus minus 1 by root 3. Okay. Cos alpha is plus minus 1 by root 3. So your answer will be what? Your answer will be 1 by root 3, comma 1 by root 3, comma 1 by root 3. Or your answer will be minus 1 by root 3, comma minus 1 by root 3, comma minus 1 by root 3. All three positive or all three negative. So can you see that option A is obviously wrong, option C is also wrong, option D is also wrong, option B is the only correct option which is happening right here. Okay. Alright, yes Gina, option B is right. Okay. Although you've got two answers, all positive or all negative, but in the options we can see only B option is there. Okay, alright. Now one more question on your screen. Can you see? If a line makes an angle alpha comma beta comma gamma with positive x, phi and z axis, okay. So then they are asking about the value of sine square alpha plus sine square beta plus sine square gamma, okay. Okay, so let us just start with this expression which they are talking about, sine square alpha plus sine square beta plus sine square gamma. Okay, alright. Yes, Rama Devi, I am absolutely fine. Now, can I just modify this a bit? Sine square alpha can be written down as 1 minus cos square alpha. Sine square beta can be written down as 1 minus cos square beta plus 1 minus cos square gamma. So now 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3 minus cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. Now you know the relation cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is what? Tell me. Yes, Gina. Yes, Debnaskar. Absolutely. 3 minus 1. So that is going to become a 2. Crystal clear 2. Okay. Clear? Yes. All of you are absolutely right. Good job. Good job. Now let us talk about the next thing, which is direction cosine and direction ratio. Now this thing will clear your doubts, the difference between direction cosine and direction ratios. Okay. So understand what I am trying to say. Direction cosine is actually a unit vector. Okay. Direction cosine is a unit vector. Okay. But direction ratio is like not necessarily a unit vector. Not necessarily. Okay. Not necessarily a unit vector. Okay. For example, suppose we just have done one question where the lines were equally inclined with coordinate axis. Remember, the answer was 1 by root 3 comma 1 by root 3 comma 1 by root 3. Okay. So these are direction cosines. Direction cosines means sum of direction cosines should be 1. Only then that would be. But what about direction ratio? So direction ratio means that the direction is actually the same, should be 1. It is not a unit vector. So basically, do you remember the difference between a cap and a vector? So both direction are same. Direction, they both are same. But this a vector is a unit vector and this is not a unit vector. Okay, so suppose this is your direction cosine of that line. Now direction ratio will be, this could be direction ratio, this could be direction ratio, this could be direction ratio, this could be direction ratio. Okay, so direction ratio can have infinite values, but direction cosine, it will be a unique value. Are you getting my point? Yes. Yes, I know my voice is breaking, but I guess it's not that much breaking because, okay, let me just give me a moment. Let me check, huh? Let me just try to fix it, okay? Everything should be disconnected, then only I'll be able to disabled disconnect. Everything is disconnected, guys, but I don't know why my voice is breaking. I guess we need to manage till I get my studio back. Okay, I guess like within 2 days my studio setup will be done and then I'll be like fine. Okay, all right. So yes, so now you understand. Do you understand the difference between direction cosine and direction ratio? Okay, if at all you did not understand till now, do not worry. I will be telling you gradually also. I'll be showing you, okay? So yes, A, B, C be the direction ratios of any line L, that means A cap, B cap, C cap be a vector, any vector parallel to line. But if element represent direction cosine, then it will become a unit vector parallel to that line. Okay. So suppose you have a line. Okay. And if somebody is telling me that, okay, draw a direction cosine. So I'll be like, okay, this is a direction cosine whose magnitude is 1. But if somebody asks me that just draw a direction ratio, so I'll be drawing a random line whose magnitude can either be 1 or not 1. I'm not concerned about magnitude, I'm just concerned about so random magnitude, but direction should be same as that of line. So this is your DC and this is your DR. DR could be of any magnitude, but DC should be of specific magnitude, that is 1. Okay. Alright. Chalo. Now let's do one thing. Let's understand direction ratio and direction cosine one more time. Like one more thing I would like to tell you so that it registers in your brain more nicely. Suppose you are having point P and Q. Okay. So you have a line. You have 2 points P and Q, and you can see P is having x1, y1, z1. Q is having x2, y2, z2 as the coordinates. Now, direction ratio, if you have to write, that means you need to calculate a vector parallel to this line, and basically this PQ vector, just tell me, this PQ vector will be what? PQ vector or even QP vector for that matter. PQ or QP vector, both will be parallel to that line, yes or no? So PQ vector we know, we have studied vector. PQ vector will be position vector of P. So this is going to be x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap and z2 minus z1 k cap, right? This is the vector. Now direction ratio will be what? X2 minus x1 comma. This is the way of writing direction ratio, by the way, not in a vector form, comma form. Just write components y2 minus y1 comma z2 minus z1. So this is the way of writing x component, z component, x, y and z component respectively. Now same they are talking about direction cosines. So in direction cosines we need to talk about the unit vector PQ now. Unit vector PQ will be what? PQ vector upon magnitude of PQ vector, correct? So this is x2 minus x1 by PQ, comma, y2 minus y1 by PQ, comma, z2 minus z1 by PQ. Okay, do not worry, we'll do some problems on that so that you understand this better. Okay, so this is how when coordinates are given you can easily find direction cosines and direction ratios. Okay, by the way, I will highly recommend, no maths teacher will recommend NCRT for JEE main, but I am recommending NCRT for 3D geometry. If you want to master 3D geometry basics right after this lecture, just pick your NCRT and do it. Finish it off. You'll thank me because 3D geometry, the content is really good in NCRT. Okay, then you can just go on and solve PYQs. All right. Okay, now let's talk about direction. Okay, now these type of questions are quite popular in your JEE main examination. So this is, you can expect these type of question in JEE main 2025. What are these type? Let us understand. DCs of a line are L comma M comma N. Okay, the direction cosines of a line are connected by this. Then basically your direction cosines are satisfying these two relations. Okay, and you have to figure out the direction cosines only. Okay, hold on. Now understand that there are three variable in direction cosines. Okay, but you know what, only two relations they are giving. Always these type of questions, what they will do is they will just give you two relations in L, M and N, and you have to figure out the value of L, M and N. Okay, so there is the set procedure, there is like the sorted steps already, like pre-decided steps that what you have to do. So let me just tell you the stepwise solution of this problem. So what you have to do is you have to calculate the value of any one from the first equation. Okay, so just what you can do is calculate n from here. N will be minus of L plus M, and put it in the second equation. Very basic. I am not saying anything new. We have done this so many times, right? So 2LM will be as it is plus. Now this is 2M minus L times N. Now this N will get replaced and this N will become what? Minus of L plus M. Correct? Is equals to 0. So this is 2LM plus, this is going to be, sorry, minus 2ML again, and we are just multiplying. Then you are having minus 2m square, then minus minus plus L square, and we are having minus of plus and LM equals to 0. We just multiplied it. LM cancel. Can you see that this is minus 2m square plus LM and plus L square, or you can just write it as 2m square minus LM minus L square equals to 0. Correct? Now this thing can be factorized. If you notice, this thing can be factorized, right? This is minus 2. So 2m square minus 2LM plus LM, splitting the middle term, minus L square, right? Splitting the middle term I am doing, I am factorizing. Take m, 2m common from m minus L. Then we are having plus L common, m minus L equals to 0. So this is going to give you 2m plus L equals to 0 or m equals to L. Right? So now what you're going to get is m equals to minus L. Okay. Sorry. From here. Now you have got two relations. So from here you have to get L is equals to minus 2m or m is equals to L. Okay. Now understand what is happening. This is your L, this is your M, and this is your N. If I just keep my L as it is, like first case, L is L, then your, okay, sorry. Let us just do one thing. Let us try getting everything in terms of M now. Okay. Understand what I am trying to say. So M is M only, correct? L will be minus 2M and N. Can you tell me what is N? N is what? Minus of L plus M, correct? So this is minus 2M, this is M, and this is minus of L plus M. L plus M. What is L? Can you see? Minus 2M plus M. So minus 2M, M, and this is minus of minus M. Minus 2M, M, and plus M. So basically this is how you're getting. This is what you're getting. So here you're getting the ratio minus 2 comma 1 comma 1. What has just happened? Ooh. Yes, minus 2 comma 1 comma 1, right? So can you see minus 2 comma 1 comma 1 is something you are getting the ratio, right? From here minus 2 comma 1 comma 1, minus 2 comma 1 comma 1. Now this is actually direction ratio you are getting. If you want to get DC, you have to divide. First of all, you have to figure out the magnitude. So for DC, you have to divide each and everything by square root of 4 plus 1 plus 1. Square root of 4 plus 1 plus 1. Square root of 4 plus 1 plus 1. So this is minus 2 by root 6, comma 1 by root 6, comma 1 by root 6. So this is a set method to solve such questions. So option A, you can see absolutely correct. Are you getting it? How am I doing it? Yes, option A is correct. See, what did we do understand? That we first realize that this is the thing, first equation, second equation. Just calculate any value. Let us calculate the value of N in terms of L and M. Plug in the second equation. Then solve it, factorize it. You will get two relations. So as you can see, I am only talking about this relation over here. So this is your L, this is your M, this is your N. Now just understand that you have to L, M and N in single variable. I will write L in terms of M in terms of M, and terms of m. So L is already minus 2m. Sorted. M is already m. Now n, you can n is what? So from here n is minus L plus m. Now this L should get replaced by minus 2m. So overall all L, m and n we are getting in terms of m. M can be removed so that minus 2, 1, 1 will be the ratio. So option A is correct. Now the second thing, m equals to L, right? Now one more time I am going to do that. L equals to m. Now one more time I want to make the table L, m and n, and you know that L plus m is equals to minus n. Okay. So L, now again I will write everything in terms of m. So this is m, this is also m. What about this? What about n? So this is minus of L plus m, correct? So this is minus of this L will be replaced by m this time, m plus m. So m, m and minus 2m. So we are getting 1 comma 1 comma minus 2. Now 1 comma minus 2, can you see? 1 comma 1 comma minus 2, or like if you want to change the direction, what you can do is minus 1 and 2. Minus 1 and 2. Gina, what happened? So 1 1 minus 2 is same as minus 1 2. So can you see option D is also correct? So both option A is correct and D is correct. Is that clear? Are we good on it? Are we just fine? Okay. Clear? Let me know. All right. Now by mistake I have added so many blank slides. I need to just go ahead and yes. Okay. All right. Now let us just talk about assuming a point on a line. Okay. Actually, yeah. Let's talk about angle between two lines. Okay. So suppose, this is very important topic again. Suppose you are having either, so to find out the angle between two lines, either you have DRs of that line, that will work, or you can have DCs of that line, that will work. Okay. If you are having DRs, you have seen that how I created DCs. DR can be converted into DCs. Okay. So yes, you can just use DRs or DCs. Now understand. So if two lines having direction ratios A1, B1, C1, these are the direction ratios of line number 1, and the second line is having direction ratios of line number 2. Okay. So this is your line 1 and this is your line 2. Now angle between these two lines is equivalent to angle between their direction ratios. A comma B comma C, this is a vector number 1, A, B, C. So this is 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So basically angle between two lines is equivalent to angle between two vectors. So that means let us go back to the vector thing. Do you remember how we have calculated angle between two vectors? So angle between two vectors is cos theta is equals to A dot B upon magnitude of A, magnitude of B. Right? So that's the same thing we are going to do. Now you just have to take the dot product of these two vectors. Dot product between these two. So dot product, you know how to do it, right? A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2. So can you see this is dot product? And can you see this is magnitude of first vector and this is magnitude of second vector. This is your angle between two lines. Okay. Clear? Perfect. Alright. Now I guess this thing is not that difficult. This thing is easy. This thing is pretty obvious. Now, if lines are parallel, again same logic which we have applied in vector. If two vectors are parallel, so theta will be what? 0 degree. And if theta is 0 degree, then what happened? Then basically A dot B, theta is 0 degree, that means what? A dot B is equal to upon basically A dot B is equals to 1. Okay. So if lines are parallel, then this is the condition. But if lines are perpendicular, now this is important. That means theta is 90 degree. And you know cos 90 degree is 0. That means this thing dot product is 0. So dot product 0 means A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 will become 0. This is the thing over here. Okay. Ma'am, which writing software are you using? So I'm using Note 3. Why are you asking, Madhavraj? Do you have interest in like annotating? Do you also want to annotate? Yes, SH videos. What happened? What's your doubt? You can just go ahead and tell me. Okay. Now understand. So now we have studied that angle between two lines if direction ratios are given. But if direction cosines are given, then understand again same thing. If direction cosine are given, then the vectors will be L1, M1, N1, L2, M2, N2. Right? Again, cos theta will be what? Dot product upon magnitude of each thing. Cos theta will be L1, L2 plus M1, M2 plus N1, N2 upon magnitude of the first vector. Magnitude, hello, magnitude of first vector is already 1. Square root of L square plus M square plus N square is 1. So that's why, can you see here in the denominator there is nothing written in the formula because the magnitude is 1. So this thing is pretty much easier for you, okay? And again, if two lines are perpendicular, then L1, L2 plus M1, M2 plus N1, N2 is equals to 0. Okay? Alright. Yes. Okay. Now let's do one thing. Let's just start doing this question. Are we ready? Are we question ready? What do you think, guys? Are we question ready? Okay. The coordinates of point A, B, C, D are given. A, B, C, D. Okay. And AB line is perpendicular to CD. Now this is very basic. This doesn't a 3D geometry question. This is just a vector question as well. You can apply 3D geometry, you can apply vector. Both are same thing in this question. So AB vector is perpendicular to CD vector. Can I write it this way? Definitely. Now if two vectors are perpendicular, dot product between them becomes what? 0. So now AB vector, just tell me AB vector will be B minus A, right? So this is your A, this is your B. B minus A is 5 minus 4 I cap. Then minus of 3 plus alpha j cap and 0 k cap. This is your AB vector. What about CD vector? This is C, this is D. So 3 minus beta I cap, 3 minus 1 plus 2 j cap, minus 1 minus 1 minus 2 k cap. Correct? This is your CD vector. Now dot product. Very easy. Okay. So dot product will be 3 minus beta into 1 plus minus 2 into 3 plus alpha, and we are having, that's it, 0. Minus 2 into 0 equals to 0. So from here 3 minus beta minus 6 minus 2 alpha equals to 0. So this is minus 2 alpha minus beta is equals to 3 minus 6 is minus 3, 3. 2 alpha minus beta is equals to minus 3. We are getting it from here. Okay. 2 alpha plus beta is equals to minus 3. Now, whatever set of alpha and beta will satisfy this relation will be our answer. So, we need to check. One by one, we need to check. Are we ready to check? Yes, yes, yes. Are we ready to check? Okay. So, if alpha is minus 1 and beta is minus 1, will it satisfy? Okay. Option A is satisfying. Can you see? Alpha equals to minus 1 and beta minus 1. The moment I put it over here, it is satisfying. And if you observe B, C and check it out, not satisfying. So first option is only satisfying. Okay, got it? Give me a big thumbs up if you are understanding this. Clear? Shall I move on to the next thing over here? Okay. Now this question was asked in JEE Main 2014. Similar type of question. Can you see? Do you observe? Now this question you all must do. This is a must do question for you all. Okay. So yes. Again, L plus M plus N equals to 0. Now we have done one question. I have full faith that if you have understood that, you will be able to do this as well. L plus M plus N equals to 0. N will be equals to minus of L plus M. Now put it in the second equation. So L square is equals to m square plus n square will be L plus m whole square, right? L square equals to m square plus L square plus m square plus 2lm. This cancel out, m square plus 2lm equals to 0. So m plus 2l equals to 0. So again two things you are getting. First thing, m equals to 0. Now based on this you have to figure out the value of L, m and n. Are we ready? Are we ready? L, what is L? So L is from here. If m is 0, then what will happen? If m is 0, so m to is 0 in this case. Okay. If you put m 0 in this equation, okay, so if m is 0, then your n and L are opposite to each other. So can you see if I just write it as L is L, okay. So this is what, n is what, minus of L plus m. So L 0 and m is 0, correct, minus L. So can you see 1, 0 and minus 1, these are the direction cosines. So 1, comma 0, comma minus 1 are the direction ratio of first line. So dr of line 1, 1, 0 and minus 1. Second thing, second condition, can you see m equals to minus 2l, right? So now this is L, this is m, this is n. I will write L, m, n in terms of L this time. So L to is L, m is minus 2l. What about n? N from here is minus of L plus m, right? So L minus 2l and minus of L plus m. So L minus 2l. I hope that you are seeing it. Yes, better. So this is L minus 2l and this is L. So 1 comma minus 2 comma 1. So now the second line is 1 comma minus 2 comma 1. Yes. So these are the direction cosines of both the lines which we are getting. And now, okay, hold on, what it just has happened. So basically what they are doing is they are giving us two relations, and these two relations are actually, if you solve these two relations, you are getting two sets of direction cosines or direction ratios for that matter. And now you are having 1, 0, minus 1 and 1 minus 2, 1. Right, this is line number 1, line number 2. Now you are looking for angle between two lines. So cos theta will be dot product between them. So 1 into 1 plus 0 into minus 2 plus minus 1 into 1 upon square root of 1 plus 1, 2, and this is square root of 1 plus 4 plus 1. So this is cos theta equals to, hello, cos theta is 0. Cos theta is, have I done anything wrong? Minus 1, 1. Second wala I have done something wrong. Sorry guys, I have done something wrong in the second thing. The first thing is clear, but second thing, let me just understand. Okay. L square equals to m square plus, so this is correct. So this is m equals to 0, or n is minus L plus m. M is minus L plus m. Okay. So 2m square, oops, sorry guys, this is 2m square. So 2m square, so we have to calculate, 2 is gone. So this is m plus L. So m is equals to minus L. Sorry, there is some mistake, right? So let me just do it one more time. Yes, one more time. L, m and n. So this is going to become L, m is minus L and n is minus of L plus m. So L minus L and minus of L plus m. Now L is what? Minus m, or m is what? Minus L. So L minus L. So this is 1 minus 1 and 0. 1 minus 1 and 0. Second is 1 minus 1 and 0 guys. So sorry. This is 1 minus 1 and 0. Yes, now it's perfect. Now it's perfect. Now cos theta will be 1 into 1 plus 0 and plus 1 more 0 upon square root of 2 square root of 2. Cos theta is coming out as 1 by 2 guys, 1 by 2. So cos theta, the moment you will see 1 by 2, So this is going to become what? Cos theta is 1 by 2. That means theta is 60 degree or pi by 3. So answer of this question is pi by 3, option A, guys. Option A. You guys were saying option C, but that's incorrect. Option A is correct. Have a look. Let me know if this is clear. Yes. Okay. Are we ready for the next question now? Next question. Yes, Moshigan, absolutely. Next question is a homework question, a similar type of question which was asked in JEE Main 2021. Comment below your answers. So again, angle between straight lines whose direction cosines are given. So again, in these type of question, just take one by one. This, so what you can do is n equals to 2l plus 2m and plug in over here. Solve here, you will get two sets, two conditions. Now one condition you solve, you will get one type of ratio. Second condition will give you second direction cosine or ratio. Then just figure out the angle between both the sets by cos theta. Okay. All right. Now let's talk about equation of a straight line. Shrinu Taylors is asking why you are not teaching on the board. Shrinu, it's just that like within 2-3 days my studio setup will be done in my place. So I'm just waiting. This is just a temporary thing. Once I am having my studio, I'll be like teaching you left, right and center on the board with high energy. Do not worry about that. But for 1-2 lectures, please manage, okay? Alright, now equation of a straight line, okay? So now this is very important. Now I want your maximum attention over here. Okay, so equation of a straight line, I'll be telling you there will be two forms. First one is vector form. Second one will be Cartesian form. And you know what? Both are interchangeable forms. Vector form. Let's talk about the vector form. To write any equation of straight line in 3D geometry, you have to have two things. First requirement is point on that line. Point on that line. Or you can say position vector of a point, of any point on the line. Second is a vector parallel to that line. Okay, just like, do you remember in straight line slope intercept form? When I give you slope, when I give you intercept, you can write it. Or you can say point slope form. One point you want and then slope you want. Basically slope is, point is, so you know this is your point. And vector parallel to this line is like similar to the slope itself, right? So in 2D geometry, you need a point and you need a slope. But in 3D geometry, you need point and you need vector parallel to that line. So suppose this is your line. This A vector is a position vector of a point on that line. And B vector is a vector parallel to that line. So now your line will be R vector is equals to A vector plus lambda times B vector. Okay. Kumaran, we have already covered. You guys are, why are you late, Kumaran? We have discussed relation between direction ratio and direction cosine. We have already discussed this, right? Okay, so this is your vector form. You need a vector, position vector, you need a B vector. Okay, all right, cool. Perfect. Now, R vector is equals to A plus lambda times B. Understand what I am trying to say. So basically, let us assume this A vector is what? A1, A2, A3. Can I write it? A1 I cap plus A2 J cap plus A3 K cap. Okay. And, sorry. A vector can be taken as, let me take the standard things only, x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap. What about this? The vector parallel B vector will be a1 I cap plus b1 j cap, sorry, a I cap plus a1, no, not required, a I cap plus b j cap plus c k cap. Okay. And this R vector is nothing but R vector is x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. Okay. So let me just write down now what R is a variable point on that line. So x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap is equals to a vector. Now a vector is x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap plus lambda times b vector. Here b is what? A I cap plus b j cap plus c k cap. So this is the formal, like proper representation of a straight line. Okay. Now second, Cartesian form. Cartesian form is what? So Cartesian form, again you need two things. Point on that line. So point will be what? x1 comma y1 comma z1. Second, you need direction ratio of that line. Now direction ratio is what? A vector parallel to that line, which is what? A comma b comma c in this case. Now you can just go ahead and write down that line. Understand, this is very important. X minus x1 plus, sorry, equals to y minus y1 equals to z minus z1 upon a upon b upon c. This is equals to lambda. Now this is Cartesian representation of a line in 3D geometry. This is how you write the line of 3D geometry. Are you getting my point? Yes. So whenever you see this now, whenever you see such form, understand what is happening. So this x1, y1, z1 will be point on that line. And this A, B, C are direction ratio of that line, my dear students. Okay. So let me just go back and ask you one question. Okay. Ask you one question. Here. Let's see how many of you are able to do this question. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So ma'am, angle theta between these two lines. Okay. So first of all, understand these two lines are there. To find out the angle, what do I want? I just want direction ratio of line number 1 and direction ratio of line number 2. Yes or no? Direction ratio of line number 1, if just you understand this, this is nothing but x minus 0 upon 1, y minus 0 upon 2, z minus 0 upon 3. So this is the standard representation of that line, which is passing through origin and whose direction ratio are 1, 2 and 3. And the line 2, if you notice nicely, this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So 1, 2, 3 is that on that line, and 3, minus 1, 4 are the direction ratio of that line. All right. Now cos theta. Cos theta. Cos theta will be dot product between these two vectors. So this is 3 into 1 minus 2 into 1 plus 3 into 4 upon magnitude of both individual vectors. So 9 plus 4 plus 1 will be root 14. This is 16 plus 1, 17. 17 plus 9 will be 26. Okay. All right. Is it correct? Plus 10, 26. Correct. Now this is cos theta, which is going to be equal to 3 minus 2, 1, 1 plus 12. 13 by root 14. So this is root 2, root 7. And root 26 is root 2, root 13. Correct. So this is going to become what? 13 by 2, root 7, root 13. Or rather, it will become root 13 by 2, root 7. Root 13 by 2 root 7 is matching with option B. Have a look. Let me know. Ma'am, I got All India rank 457 in MBSAT 2024. Will they give any prize? Tell ma'am. Okay, so I'll be checking with the team Thanish and letting you know that whether you'll be getting anything or not. Okay. But yeah, you are eligible for scholarship, I believe. Okay. Now, projection of a line segment on another line. Okay. See, there is a difference between line and line segment that you have to understand what I am trying to say. Projection of a line segment. So, there is this line segment. Okay. This is the line segment. And there is this line. Okay. So, this is the line. Line is given to you. So, projection of a line segment on a line. Okay. So, this is your line. Line direction cosines are given to you. DCs. L, M, N, and the line segment, since this is a line segment, the end point should be clearly mentioned. So this is x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2. Okay, so this is AB. And now we want the projection of line segment AB on my line L. So we want PQ. We want length PQ. So PQ will be what? Tell me. So PQ will be, okay. So PQ will be, first of all, what we will do is we will try to figure out what. See, projection formula you know, right? Projection will be, so we are taking projection of AB vector on PQ vector, correct? So this is going to become AB dot PQ upon magnitude of PQ, correct? So AB dot PQ. Now what is PQ? Correct? PQ is like PQ vector we want. So PQ vector is what? PQ vector, if I want, this is Li cap plus Mj cap plus Nk cap. Correct? So we need to have a dot product between AB and PQ. So AB is x2 minus x1 I cap. Right? AB vector, tell me. x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap plus z2 minus z1 k cap. Okay. Alright. So x2 minus x1 L plus y2 minus y1 M plus z2 minus z1 N upon magnitude of PQ. So magnitude of PQ will be what? Square root of L square. So magnitude of PQ, but magnitude of this vector is 1. So we don't need, this is already 1. So that's why only this will be your formula. So projection of PQ vector on a line will be x2 minus x1, that x component of that project of the line segment into direction cosine. Okay, let's apply this formula and let's understand with the help of a problem. Okay, JEE Main January 2020. The projection of a line segment joining these 2 points on the line joining these 2 points. Okay, with a little bit twist, but let us remember that formula, the vector formula. So projection of A vector on B vector, tell me. Yes, 3D geometry is having maximum weightage in JEE Main. So this is A vector dot B vector upon magnitude of B vector. Now A vector is what? Tell me. A is 2 minus 1 I cap minus 4 minus 1. So minus 4 minus 1 is minus 3 j cap. 11 minus 3 is plus 8 k cap. This is this thing, okay? Dot. Now the next vector is 3 minus 1 is 4 I cap. Minus 2 minus, so minus 4 j cap. 10 minus 3 plus 7 k cap. Upon magnitude of the second vector, like on B. So we are on this is your B vector, right? So B vector, so this is square root of 16 plus 49. So this is 4 plus 12 plus 8 sevens are 56 upon 32 plus 49. This is 16, 72 by square root of 9, 10, 11, 41. 72 by 41. Okay. 72 by not 41. This is 81. Correct. So this is 72 by 9. 9 8s are. So 8 is the answer of 8 is the projection. Right. 8 will be the final projection. Yes. Clear? Give me a big thumbs up if it is clear to you guys. Formula is clear now. Yes, Sachin J Warrior, absolutely right, guys. Absolutely correct. Okay, all right. Let us move on to the next problem now. So next problem is this. Okay. To understand the equation of line better, you have to solve this. The elementary problems, the asking problems. Okay. Equation of straight line passing through this point and parallel to this vector. Okay. So what we are going to do is first, we will try to write the equation in vector form. Do you remember? R is equals to point plus lambda times direction. Okay, so R vector is equals to point. So point is this. minus 5 I cap plus 2 j cap plus 4 k cap plus lambda times direction. Direction means parallel vector. 2 I cap minus 3 j cap plus k cap. This is vector form. Second, now in Cartesian form, how do you write it? Tell me. So this is x minus minus 5 is equals to y minus 2 is equals to z minus 4 upon. Now, in the denominator, you have to write the direction ratio, which is 2 minus 3 and 1. Are you getting it? Yes? Okay. So, your answer will be x plus 5, y minus 2, z minus 4 upon 2 minus 3 and 1. Is that clear to you guys? Are we good? Shall I move on to the next problem? Okay, easy peasy. Understanding? Similar. Like I just want to make sure that you understand what exactly the straight line represents in 3D geometry. Okay, so this is it. The equation of straight line passing through the point 3, 8 and parallel to this line which is having this. Okay, this equation of straight line which is passing through this point. Okay, ma'am. So, x minus 3 is equals to y plus 6 is equals to z minus 8. Right? This is the formula basically. X minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1. Now, equation of straight line passing through this point and parallel. Okay, parallel to this line. So, parallel, if two lines are parallel, obviously their direction ratio, direction cosine will be same. So I just want to copy paste the direction ratio of this line to my required line. Yes or no? So this is going to become 1, 4 and 5. Isn't it easy? Okay. But here is a catch. Understand. If you observe this line, this is not at all in a standard form. Okay. Let me just rewrite. X minus 2 upon 1. So yes. X minus x1 by a. Fine. Y minus minus 12 upon 4. Ma'am, this is also correct. But can you see? This is minus z. No, I don't want it. This is going to become z minus minus 7 upon minus 5. You have to take the minus sign out. This is something which is unusual. Because the formula says x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1. Minus z is not allowed. So that's why minus 5. So now the direction ratios will not be 1, 4 and minus 5. Otherwise your question will be wrong and you'll be... Okay. Got it? Do not forget this minus sign, huh? Okay. Now, one more question from your previous year question. Okay. Let's get ready. Let's be ready. Okay. The question says the lines this and perpendicular. So if you see these two lines now, you'll be like, oh, I'm not understanding what kind of line, what kind of format they are giving. I don't know this line. Even I don't know this line. This is not a standard representation. So understand. Sometimes what they give you, they just ruin the face of that line. Sometimes it happens or not. Suppose if I'll come to your city, okay, and I'll be wearing a mask. But you know that the moment I will talk, you'll be like, yes, this is our ninja ma'am. Yes or no? You'll recognize my voice or not? Break my heart. Please don't say that, ma'am, we will not recognize your voice, okay? So yes, this is a masked line. Now, if I just tell you, if I just do little bit here and there manipulation, operation, you'll be like, yes, this is actually looking like a line. Hold on, let me tell you. So, see, these are the two equations. Line number 1 is having two things. X equals to ay plus b and z equals to c, correct? So now, this is going to become x minus b upon a equals to y. First equation, what I am doing is from first equation calculating the value of y, and from second equation do the same thing. Z minus t upon c is equals to y. Now can you see both y can be equatable? So x minus b by a equals to y equals to z minus c d by c. And now just one step, y minus 0 by 1. Can you see this is looking like my line. So direction ratio of my line 1 will be what? Tell me, a comma 1 comma c. Yes or no? Similarly, I'll be doing same with the second line. So can you see just both the things absolutely same, just a dash, b dash, c dash, d dash are different. So this is going to be x minus b dash upon a dash equals to y minus 0 upon 1 equals to y minus d dash upon c dash, correct? So this is it. Selva, no. Selva is being savage. She or he, I don't know, I mean your gender, because the name is gender neutral, but you're saying, can we just use concept of 2D geometry and just include z-axis? No, how can you do that? Not at all. There are some similarities that the 2D geometry will definitely help, but not at all, okay? So now this is a dash comma 1 comma c dash. These are the direction ratio of line number 2. Now as per the question, both the perpendicular. So that means dot product between direction ratio will be equal to 0. So a dash plus 1 into 1 plus c dash equals to 0. So this is your answer, a dash plus c dash. Where is the answer? A dash yes, we definitely can you put videos for important chapter subtopic? Am I like doing something wrong, guys? Yes, sorry guys, sorry. This is something I have copy pasted, but this is not true. The second equation is different. So if I just write down x minus b dash upon a dash equals to z. So first equation is giving me z. Now the second thing is y minus d dash upon c dash equals to z. Correct? So x minus b dash upon a dash equals to y minus d dash upon c dash equals to z minus 0 upon 1. So now dr of line number 2 will be what? A dash, c dash and 1. Now dot product between them will be a dash plus 1 into c dash plus 1 into c equals to 0. So this is matching with option D, guys, option D. Yes, clear? Give me a big thumbs up if it is clear to you. Okay, so another question on your screen. Coordinates of point on this line which are at a distance 6 units from this line. Okay. Now understand, this is something a little bit different, okay? What they are saying is that x minus 2 upon 1, y plus 1 by 2, z minus 3 upon minus 2. This is the line you are having, okay? Now coordinates, you are looking for coordinates of a point on this line which are at 6 unit, like 6 unit away from 2 comma minus 1 comma 3, okay? So now what we have to do is we have to learn one very important thing. For this is Cartesian form of 3D line. Can you assume any point on this line? Definitely. You have to mark this as lambda, and now you have to like equate it to lambda. So x will be equals to lambda into 1 plus 2. Y will be equals to 2 lambda minus 1. Z is equals to minus 2 lambda plus 3. So these are the coordinates of this point which is lying on that line. So lambda plus 2 comma 2 lambda minus 1 comma minus 2 lambda plus 3, my dear students. Now distance between these 2 points, they are only giving, right, is 6. So what we can do is we can just apply distance is 6. D is equals to 6. So distance is what? Lambda plus 2 minus 2 whole square. plus 2 lambda minus 1 plus 1 square plus minus 2 plus 3 minus 3 whole square. This cancel, this cancel, this cancel. So this is, and this is 6 by the way. This is 6. So this is 6 lambda square plus 4 lambda square plus 4 lambda square. So this is 4 plus 4. So 3 lambda equals to 6. Lambda is equals to 2. The moment you will know the lambda, now you know the coordinates as well. So coordinate will be 2 plus 2, 4. 2 to the 4 minus 1, 3. And minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. 4, 3 minus 1. That is matching with option D, my dear students. Option D. Correct? Yes. Okay. Clear? One more question on your plate. Equation of straight line passing points. Okay. Passing through 2 points. So 1 point, so we know where to use it. Okay. X minus 1 equals to y plus 2 equals to z minus 7. Correct? 1 point we have utilized. Upon. Now you want A, B and C. Understand the direction ratio of a line whose 2 points are given is nothing but x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. So if 2 points are given, then you can clearly ratio or a vector parallel to that line, yes or no? So if a line is there, 2 points are given, so can you just not calculate a vector parallel to that line? Definitely, right? Just by writing x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, right? That's how you write. So this is 5 minus 1 is 4, then 3, so this is 5, then minus 1 minus 7 is minus 8. So this is 4, 5 and minus 8. That's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Basic question. Yes? Okay. Also in the previous question, let me not forget that we do have like plus minus 6 basically. So this is lambda is minus 2 as well. The moment you will put lambda equals to minus 2, right? If lambda you put minus 2, then what you're going to get is x equals to 0 and y equals to minus 5, z equals to 7. So option C is also correct, okay? Because from here you cannot forget about the like negative sign. Okay. All right, clear. So option C and D both are correct. All right. Now we are having some more questions, okay? Some more questions says, write the following in standard form and find the direction ratio. Okay, so first A, following in standard forms. 5x minus 3, we have to take 5 common. X minus 3 by 5. Second equation, we have to take 4 common. Y plus 1 by 4. And 3 z minus 1. So this is going to become x minus 3 by 5 upon 1 by 5 equals to y plus 1 by 4 upon 1 by 4 equals to z minus 1 upon 1 by 3. Okay. So this is A. Now B. X minus 3 by 4, correct. And now 3y minus 6, you can take 3 common. Y minus 2 upon minus 2. And this is what? Z equals to minus 2. So this is Z plus 2 upon 1. Z equals to minus 2 upon 0 basically. See, so first is having direction ratio. See, first line is having direction ratio 1 by 5, 1 by 4 and 1 by 3. First line is done. Now the second line, let me just, yes, so direction ratio is what? 1 by 5, 1 by 4 and 1 by 3, correct? This is your direction ratio. Now second line, can you see x minus 3 by 4? Right, so how do you write it? X minus 3 by 4 is correct. 3 you can take from common from here. And you know what? Z equals to minus 2. So it will become Z plus 2 equals to 0. What does that mean? Z plus 2 upon 0, right? So here you have to write like this, and this 3 will go over here, so 2 by 3. So finally you are having this, the direction ratio is 4 minus 2 by 3 and 0, correct? And now the third line, now you know the drill. X equals to 3y plus 4 and Z equals to 2y minus 3. So what you have to do is, again, calculate the value of y from here and calculate the value of y from here and just equate. X minus 4 by 3 equals to y minus 0 upon 1 is equals to Z plus 3 by 2. So now DRs of third line will be 3, 1, 2. Okay. All right. Clear? Any doubts? Any confusion? Okay. Three, 1, 2. This question we have already done. It is a repeat question, so I'm just leaving it. Yes. Now let's talk about skew lines. What are skew lines? Okay. So, like usually what we think is that the lines are parallel or lines are intersecting. But there is a third category of line. Now this is very, very important. Definitely one question will be there in your JEE Main 2025, which is shortest distance between skew lines. So you just have no other option. You have to, whether you like it or not, you have to master this. 4 marks straight in your pocket. Like this is a leaked question, right? So, yes, neither parallel nor intersecting straight lines. Okay. So over here these two lines are neither parallel, so they are not parallel. Okay, but they are, like, if they are not parallel then they should be intersecting. No, basically they are not lying in a same plane. That is what you need to understand. They are lying in two completely different plane. So can you see they are not parallel, but they are not, right? If they have to lie in same plane, they have to intersect, but now they are not lying in the same plane. Okay, so that is why these two lines are called as skew lines. Now when there is a skew line, obviously can you see there is a shortest distance. There is some shortest distance between two skew lines that we are going to understand, that we are going to understand. There is a direct formula on it. Shortest distance between two skew lines. Okay, I'll be telling you the Cartesian one, the Cartesian formula. Okay, suppose you are having two lines, obviously on these two lines. So this is your line number 1. Can you see, if you have line number 1 given in the question, then you must be having x1, y1, z1. Yes, agree. If you have line number 2 given in the question, then you will have x2, y2, z2. Correct? And if you have line number 1 and line number 2 both, you are going to have direction ratio of line number 1 as well as line number 2. Only these 4 things you want. To calculate shortest distance between two lines, you just want 4 things. What are those 4 things? Point on the line number 1, point on the line number 2, and direction ratio of line 1 and line 2. These 4 things. Once you are having that, okay, let me just directly tell you that formula. Okay, so shortest distance will be determinant of x minus x1, sorry, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. Then this is A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. So did you understand what did I do? The first line will be having x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. So basically difference between the coordinates of both the lines. Row number 1. Done, ma'am. Row number 2 and row number 3 will be having direction ratios of line 1 and line 2. That's it. This is the numerator of shortest distance formula. Denominator is magnitude of vector, the cross product, basically magnitude of cross product of direction ratio of 1 and direction ratio of 2. Okay, now just understand, just trust me that I will solve one question on this and you will be like, okay ma'am, fine, now we are getting it. The application of formula is absolutely easy, most easiest part. This was asked in JEE Main 2020. You will get a lot of questions in JEE Main 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027. Okay, now things are getting pretty serious. Huh? Ninja ma'am is predicting the paper. Not predicting, but it's just a trend analysis. Every year they are giving the question. Okay, so it's highest probability that you will get this question in your JEE Main 2025, 6, 7. Okay. Alright. Shortest distance between these two lines. Now, but for that you have to be very careful. Till now we have done so many elementary questions, so you can't be making any mistakes. Okay. Line number 1. Just understand, is this line is in a standard form? Yes. So 3, 8, 3 is what? First point, x1, y1, z1. x2, y2, z2, tell me. So this is minus 3, minus 7 and 6. Please do not make any mistake in plugging in and finding the coordinates of that point. Then a1, b1, c1 will be 3, minus 1, 1. a2, b2, c2 will be minus 3, 2 and 4. Now I'll be just writing down the formula right here. So this is x2 minus x1, minus 3, minus 6. 7, 7, 8, 7, 7, 14, minus 15. And this is 3, correct? Row number 1 is what? x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. Okay. Row number 2 will be having 3, minus 1 and 1. Having 3, 2 and 4. Okay, this is the shortest distance formula which we are applying. Okay, let me just remove it. We don't need it. We can put it directly. Upon I, j, k, and just copy paste row number 2 and row number 3. Correct? Now, let me just hide myself and start solving it. You are here to expand this. Okay. So this is minus 6. 3 2s are 6. Minus 3. 6 minus 3. Plus 15. 4 3s are 12 plus 3. 12 plus 3 is 15. Okay. And then plus 3. You are going to get 3 2s are 6 minus 3. So 3. Okay. So minus 6. Hold on. 3 2s are 6. Sorry, this is not correct. Sorry guys, this is not correct. Yes. So minus 6. Oops. Some overwriting is there. Calculation should be on point. Okay. So minus 6. Then this is minus 4 and minus 2. So minus 6. Minus 6 into minus 6. 15 into 15. 3 into 3. Okay. Okay. Alright. Upon. Now square root of. Because this is like what magnitude. Square root of. Now understand. There is this shortcut. The trick. Minus 6 ka square 36, 15 ka square is 225 and 3 ka square is 9 is what you are going to get. So 6 6 are 36 plus 225 plus 3 3s are 9 upon square root of 36 plus 225 plus 9. So this is going to become root 36 plus 225 plus 9. So this is going to become 45 plus 225 ka root. So this is root 270. And this is going to become like 9 into 30. So 3 into root 30. 3 root 30. That means option C is absolutely right. Okay. So the calculation part should be actually very neat, very clean. You should be understanding that you can't create any mess in this solution, otherwise you'll be gone. This question will be like nightmare for you. Don't make it nightmare, okay? Do it systematically. For that you have to solve at least 4 or 5 problems on the same topic. Come on, you can do it. You have to do it. Okay? Selva is saying Shimon sir is using your dialogue calling his student ninja warriors. Is it? Is it? Oh, that's so great. Using it. But it's so great. It feels good. Okay? Even though he is unaware about it, because ninja is something which means a little bit different. Warrior is also like, there is no copyright on ninja warriors, okay? But yeah. Okay, all right. Now we'll be talking about this question, right? So this is a homework question to you all. Homework question: shortest distance between two lines lie in which interval? They are not talking about the direct question, but they are talking about lie in which interval, okay? And now the next question will be condition of lines to be coplanar, or condition of coplanarity of two lines, okay? So now, because you know, because you're aware about the shortest distance formula, right, you will be like absolutely sorted about this line, because both are having same formula. If two lines are coplanar, the shortest distance of two lines will be equal to 0. So two lines, if at all they are coplanar, then L1 and L2, right, will be given to you. And you can see the formula of condition of coplanar lines. Can you see this is the numerator of that shortest distance between two skew lines? That numerator you are creating it as 0. Okay, so this is the formula, I guess. Same thing you have to apply. Okay, and now one more thing. See, I told you actually the lines can be of 3 types if they are parallel. If they are parallel, then it will be quite visible to you that A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2. Basically, they have same direction ratios or cosines. Same, or basically, like you will be like 4, suppose, and you will be having 4, 2 and 8. So it will be quite visible that both are having parallel vectors. Both are parallel vectors. So the moment you will see the line, it should be like click instantly. Okay, these two lines are parallel. But if they are not parallel, then they might be intersecting. Intersecting means coplanar, so shortest distance equals to 0. And if they are not parallel and not intersecting, skew lines. So for that, they will ask you to calculate shortest distance, okay? Let's do one question. It was asked in JEE Main, September 2020, okay? Now this is your line number 1 and this is your line number 2. These two are coplanar lines, guys. Okay, these two are coplanar lines. So now line number 1, okay? So first of all, the line number 1 will be having x minus minus 1, y minus 2, z minus 1, okay? Whole upon 2 minus 1, 1. Then this is x minus minus 2, y minus minus 1 and z minus minus 1 upon alpha upon 5 minus alpha upon 1, correct? Now the coordinates, if I just x1 y1 z1, tell me x1 y1 z1 is minus 1 2 and minus 1, sorry, plus 1. x2 y2 z2 will be what? Alpha, sorry, not alpha, minus 2 minus 1 and minus 1, correct? Now what you're looking for is x2 minus x1. So x2 minus x1 will be minus 2 plus 1, correct? Hold on. So yes, x2 minus x1 will be what? Let me just write down right here. Let me just hide myself. So yes, x2 minus x1, minus 2 minus minus 1. So this is minus 1, minus 3 and minus 2. Okay. upon 2 minus 1 1, alpha 5 minus alpha and 1. This should be 0. And also what you can do is this minus sign, you can just remove it. Now expand it. 1 minus 1 minus 5 plus alpha minus 3, 2 minus alpha plus 2, and this is going to become 10 minus 2 alpha, alpha equals to 0. So this is alpha minus 6 plus 3 alpha, and this is going to become plus 20 minus alpha 2 is equals to 0. So this is 2 alpha, and this is 20 minus 12 is what? Plus 8 equals to 0. So from here alpha is coming out as minus, my dear students. So alpha is minus 4. Alpha is coming out as minus 4. Now the moment you will see alpha minus 4, so your line becomes what? X plus 2 upon minus 4. Y plus 1 upon 9. Z plus 1 upon 1 is equals to lambda. Correct? Yes. And now you're looking for a point which is lying on this line. So this point will be, tell me, what is the coordinate of the point? Minus 4 lambda minus 2, comma, 9 lambda minus 1, comma, lambda minus 1. These are the coordinates. Now just match it right away. Okay. So check option by option. You have to check option A now. So minus 4 lambda minus 2 is equals to minus 2. Calculate the value of lambda. Lambda becomes 0. So the moment lambda becomes 0, your answer will be minus 2, minus 1 and minus 1, which is clearly not matching with option A. So this is wrong. A is wrong. Okay. Option B. Option B. So again your like x coordinate is 2. So this should be 10. Minus 4 lambda minus 2 is equals to 10 plus 10, right? So this is going to be minus 4 lambda equals to 12. Lambda is minus 3. Lambda is minus 3. The moment you will plug in lambda equals to minus 3, tell me. So minus 3, 12, so 10, comma, minus 3. So 9 3s are 27, 28, minus 28, and minus 3 is minus 4. So this is also wrong. Option B and C. Now the whole thing is option D. So you want minus 4 lambda minus 2 is equals to 2. So minus 4 lambda equals to 4. Lambda is coming out as minus 1. The moment you will put lambda minus 1, you will start realizing that everything falls under place. Right? So lambda is equals to minus 1 if you put C. So minus 1. So this is 4 minus 2, 2. Minus 1 lambda will give you minus 10. Minus 1 lambda. So this is, can you see option D is matching? Option D is matching. Getting it? Got it? Let me know. Can we do one more question over here? Are we good? Okay, clear. Let us move on to the next thing over here. The lines are coplanar if the condition is what we are looking for. Again, now can you see they have not given the lines in standard form. So before applying the formula for shortest distance between skew lines or condition of coplanarity, you know what to do. You know what to do, right? You have to convert this into standard form. So this is x minus 0. Okay, how to do that? So you have to like x minus 0 by 1 is equals to, now take a common. So y minus 1 by a upon 1 by a is equals to z minus 2 upon 1. Similarly, the second line will be x minus 0 upon 1 is equals to y minus 2 by 3 upon 1 by 3. and z minus 2 by b upon, it is going to become 1 upon b. Now if you apply the formula, shortest distance formula, you will have 1 upon a and 1. Oops, this is in row number 2, sorry. 1 by a, 1 by 3 and 1 by b. The first row will be having 0 minus 0, 0, 1 by a minus 2 by 3 and 2 minus 2 by b. Okay, now expand it. Okay, cool. So this is minus of basically and this is 0, correct? Now start expanding. So 0 minus 1 by a minus 2 by 3, and here you are going to have 1 upon ab minus 1 by 3 plus by b, right? 2 minus 2 by b is equals to 1 by 3 minus 1 by a. 1 by 3 minus 1 by a. This is equals to 0. So you just have to solve this and find the condition. So this is 2 by 3 minus 1 by a, and this is 1 by ab, or you can just do one thing. Let us shift this towards the right hand side. So this is 2 minus 2 by b, 1 by 3 minus 1 by a is equals to 1 by a minus 2 by 3 and 1 upon ab minus 1 by 3. Okay. Okay. Alright. Now just multiply and find the condition. Okay. So this is 2 by 3 minus 2 by a minus 2 by 3b plus 2 by ab is equals to 1 upon a square b hold on, this is have I done something wrong? Let me just do it one more time. Give me one more time, okay? Let me just expand it one more time, okay? Yes, so this is 0. I'm expanding the determinant, by the way, 0. Then we are having minus of 1 by a minus 2 by 3. And this is going to become 1 by b minus 1. It's not that complicated. 1 by b minus 1 is equals to 2 minus 2 by b will be there. And this is 1 by ab minus 1 by 3. So 1 by ab minus 1 by 3, correct? Now this is fine. So now let us just, so this plus equals to 0. Now let us just shift this thing on the right hand side. So 2 minus 2 by b, 1 by ab minus 1 by 3, and this is 1 by a minus 2 by 3, 1 by b minus 1. One more time, let me check this. So 1 by 3 minus 1 by a. Hold on, this is 1 by 3 minus 1. Yeah, now it's correct. Okay, now it's correct. Hmm, 1 by 3 minus 1 by a. Yes, correct. Now 2 by 3 minus 2 by a minus 2 by 3b plus 2 by ab is equals to 1 by ab minus, this is going to become 1 by a minus 2 by 3b minus 1 by a, correct? So now can you see that, okay, so this is 2 by 3 over here, and okay, 1 by a b minus 1 by a minus 2 by 3b, and this is minus 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 and 2 by 3 will become 4 by 3, correct? Minus 2 by a and minus 1 by a will become minus 1 by a, minus 2 by 3b, and here minus 2 by 3b will get cancelled out, and these two again will be clubbed together to become 1 by ab, and this is absolutely 0. Now take LCM. 3ab will be equal to what? 4ab minus, it is going to become 3b plus 3 is equals to 0. So yes, 4ab minus 3b plus 3 equals to 0 is the condition. Okay. All right. Clear? Okay. And you know what, there is one more way of doing it. Like, you, if you want to make things a little bit simple, let me just do it one more time with a little bit twist. Okay, although I feel that okay, we are done, I have done it via one method, but I know that you might be feeling, ma'am, there are so many fractions. Okay, so whenever in 3D geometry your direction ratio if at all are in fraction, what you can do is you can rewrite. Let me show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this with a. Okay, because they are direction ratios, I can multiply anything I want. X minus 0 by a is equals to y minus 1 by a is equals to z minus 2 upon a. So sorry, this is 1. Correct. Now what about this? X minus 0. So I am going to multiply it with 3b now. So this is 3b y minus 2 by 3 upon b, and this is z minus 2 by b upon 3. Now you can do it one more time. So now this is a 1a, 3b b 3, and this is what, 0, and again 2 by 3 minus 1 by a, 2 minus 2 by b, and this thing will become 0. Are you understanding what formula I am trying to apply? Now what you can do is again same thing. 2 by 3 minus 1 by a will get multiplied with 3 minus ab. Okay, with a negative sign obviously, is plus plus plus. Now 2 minus 2 by b, this will be ab minus 3b to 0. Correct. Now this is 3 minus ab. Now let us shift this thing on the right hand side. Okay, so this is your 2 minus 2 by b will be there on the right hand side, and 2 by 3 minus 1 by a, then this is 3 minus ab. Okay, now multiply 2ab minus 6b minus, now if you multiply it will become what, minus 2a, and this is plus 6 is equals to 2 by 3. So 2 minus 2ab, and this is minus 3 by a plus b. Correct. Now you can just, if you want, you can just cancel the terms. So yeah, 4ab, can you see? Yes, ma'am. Now minus 6b plus b. On the right hand side, we are having 2, correct. Then we are having 2 by 3ab. Yeah. Okay, 2 by 3. Then minus ab. 6b, and here there is, ma'am, there minus 2 by 3 ab. Yes, so 2 by 3, correct, and this is minus 2 by 3 ab, correct, and this is okay. So second, now minus 3 by a, and yeah, this is fine, 2 by 3 ab, correct. Okay, so yes, I'll be leaving it right here. So now what you have to do is you have to club the terms together. Okay, now you have to like keep the like terms together, and you will be getting the final answer. Okay, so this I am leaving this expression right here. You just proceed and you'll get the final condition. Okay, all right. Now one question, there is a homework question. Can you see, if the lines are coplanar, then you have to figure out the value of a. So if the lines are coplanar, you know what to do. You have to apply the shortest distance numerator should be equals to 0. So this is your homework question. And now One more homework question, again if the lines are coplanar. So condition of coplanarity is something which is actually very, very important. You can get a question in your exam as well. So I am giving you one more question, like 3 questions homework question, JEE Advanced. This was asked in 2013 again. Line 1 and line 2 are coplanar and alpha can take what all values. Okay. I guess condition of coplanarity we have done enough. Ma'am, voice was clear. Oh nice, thank you. So now, foot of perpendicular, this is again very, very important. Okay, I'll give you direct formula. Foot of perpendicular from a point to a line. Suppose you have a point x1, y1, z1 and you have a line L. Okay, you have a line L. And now you are having this thing which is foot of perpendicular. Foot of perpendicular. Okay, so this is your line they will give you obviously. So what to do, like what is the procedure? You want this foot. Okay, so this is your point P, this is your foot is let's say F is your foot, correct? So how will you find? So there is a procedure. Okay, there are some steps that you have to follow. Let me just tell you all the steps. Okay, so P point, you know, this is x1 comma y1 comma z1. This is your A. Let's say this is A point. Okay, this is your A point. Okay, line is given to you, so this parallel vector is already given to you, correct? What will you do is, so first you have the line, so can you just assume point A in terms of lambda? Can you do that? Yes, line will be given x minus x1 by A, y minus y1 by B, z minus z1 by C is equals to lambda. So you can assume that point A in terms of lambda, correct? Okay ma'am, we can do that. Now second point is, once you are having this point A, point P already they will give you. Point P will be given in the question. We'll do a question by the way. So P is there, A is there. Can you find PA vector? Will be A vector minus P vector, correct? So can you find it in terms of lambda? Definitely you can do that, terms of lambda. Okay. Third step will be PA vector dot, understand this is a 90 degree. PA vector dot, this vector is, let us suppose B vector. Okay. This is B vector. B vector is what? AI cap plus BJ cap plus CK cap. That is direction ratio vector. PA vector dot B vector will be equals to 0. Now, if you take dot product and make it 0, because these two are perpendicular, PA and B vector are perpendicular. If you make it 0, then you will get the value of lambda. Once you get the value of lambda, now you can put lambda in step number 1 and you are done. These are the 4 steps to get foot of perpendicular. Thank you Venkat Lakshmi. Thank you so much. Are you getting my point? Yes? Okay, let's do one thing. Let's solve one question. Okay. Foot of perpendicular from this point on this line. So first of all, point P is 163. Okay, ma'am. Line you are getting x minus 0 by 1, y minus 1 by 2, z minus 2 by 3 equals to lambda. Now the step number 1 says that you have to assume point A in terms of lambda. Let's do that. So how to assume? Do you know? Lambda, like you have to calculate the value of x in terms of lambda from here. Lambda, 2 lambda plus 1, 3 lambda plus 2. Okay, this is PA. Step number 1 done, ma'am. Step number 2. First step, A is done. Step number 2, find PA vector. PA vector is what? A minus P. So lambda minus 1, comma, 2 lambda plus 1 minus 6, comma, 3 lambda plus 2 minus 3. So this is your PA vector. Third, PA vector dot B vector is 0. That means 1, 2, 3 is your B vector. And these two. So dot product between these two becomes 0. So 1 times lambda minus 1 plus 2 times 2 lambda minus 5 plus 3 times 3 lambda minus 1 becomes 0, right? So this is 4 and 9. 9 plus 4 is 13, 15 lambda, and this is minus 10 minus 3, so minus 15 lambda Okay, sorry, 14 lambda, guys. 3 3s are 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 plus 14 lambda equals to 14, means lambda is coming out as 1. Third step clear. Now fourth step, the moment you get the value of lambda, put it in 1. So if lambda is 1, your answer is 1, 3 and 5. 1, 3 and 5 is your foot of perpendicular. Can you see 1, 3 and 5 is matching with option number C? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Tell me yes or no. Tell me, did you understand this or not? Okay. Alright, shall I give you one homework question on this? Okay. Foot of perpendicular drawn from this point on this line, on a line passing through this is this. Okay. No. I have to do it. I guess this question I will have to do it. Okay. Okay. So let us draw this. If the foot of perpendicular drawn from the point 1, 0, 3. So this is the point. Now you have a line and this line is passing through some random like is foot is given as 5 by 3, 7 by 3. This is your foot. 5 by 3, 7 by 3, 17 by 3. And this line, one more information they are giving, line is passing through this. Now understand, in foot of perpendicular or in image, all you have to remember is this 90 degree and dot product. So just tell me, you tell me, I am not saying something, you tell me that what should be taken dot with what. So this vector should be taken dot with this vector, as simple as possible. So 5 by 3 minus 1, 7 by 3 minus 0, 17 by 3 minus 3, taken dot with alpha minus 5 by 3, or so this dot this now. So this vector is what? Alpha minus 5 by 3 plus, this is 7 minus 7 by 3 plus, okay, and this is 1 minus 17 by 3 equals to 0. Solve it out, okay, solve it out. So this is 5 by 3 minus 1, tell me. So ma'am, 2 by 3 into alpha minus 5 by 3 plus 7 by 3, 7 3s are 21, 21 minus 7 is 14 by 3 plus 17 minus 9 is 8. 8 by 3 into minus of, this is 14, minus 14 by 3 equals to 0. Correct? So this is 2 alpha. Okay. This is going to become what? So 3 alpha minus 5 plus 7 into 14 plus, sorry, minus 8 into 14 equals to 0. So 6 alpha minus 30. Okay. This is 7 into 14, 8 into 14. So if you take 14 common, you will get minus 1 is equals to 0. So 6 alpha minus 30 is equals to 14. 6 alpha is equals to 54. Alpha is coming out as, oops, 6 4s are 24. Sorry, this is 44, right? Sorry, this is 10. So this is 24, right? 6 alpha is 24. So alpha is 6 4s are 24. The value of alpha is 4, my dear students, 4. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Not 9. No. Okay. Okay, so KK Shah is asking, I'm new at your channel. Can I get a package now? KK Shah, I guess you're asking about the crash course. So yes, now we are the registrations are open for crash course. and but you have to do it as soon as possible, otherwise like you will miss out on initial few lectures. So I believe that do it like within like 2 to 3 days, so that you won't miss out on the initial basic foundation chapters. Okay, all right. Okay, now we are having image of a point with respect to a line. Okay, so if you have to figure out image of a point with respect to a line, understand, before that you have to calculate foot of perpendicular. Okay, so you can't calculate image of a point without even calculating foot. So again, steps are same. You have point P. Step number 1, assume point A on the line, on line. Okay, so in terms of lambda, in terms of, correct. Second step, PA vector, calculate PA vector, which is A minus P vector in terms of lambda, correct. Third step, same similar steps, I'm copy pasting, nothing new. Now PA vector dot B vector, B vector will be direction ratio of line which is given to you, is equals to 0. PA vector dot B vector is equals to 0. Now you will get the value of lambda from the third step. Fourth step is put lambda in step number 1 to get A coordinates. Now you are having A, now you are having P. One more step is added if you have to calculate image of a point, and that step is that A is midpoint of P and P dash. Okay, so once you get the foot of perpendicular, A is the midpoint, P is unknown to you, P is known to you. So if like midpoint is given, 1 point is given, can you not calculate this point? Absolutely. Okay, so here we are having another question which will talk about image of a point with respect to a line. Same thing. So you are having that point 1 comma 2 comma minus 3. This is foot of perpendicular, this is your P dash. So first step is get the foot of perpendicular. So for that, what is this? What are the steps? This is lambda, calculate A in terms of lambda. So ma'am, 2 lambda minus 1 minus 2 lambda plus 3 minus lambda. Okay, once you are having that, step number 1 A clear. Step number 2, calculate PA vector. PA is A minus P. So 2 lambda minus 2 comma minus 2 lambda plus 1 comma minus lambda plus 3. Okay, third. Okay, so third will be now dot product. So dot product with 2 minus 2 and minus 1. So 2 into 2 lambda minus 2 minus 2 into minus 2 lambda plus 1 minus 1 into minus lambda plus 3 is equals to 0. Okay, so 4 lambda minus 4 minus plus 4 lambda minus 2 plus lambda minus 3 equals to 0. So this is going to become 9 lambda and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 equals to 9. Oh my god, lambda is coming out as 1, my dear students. Lambda is coming out as 1, 1, 1. Now the moment you get lambda is equals to 1, so you can get now what? Step number, so you can get A. So A will be what? Tell me lambda 1. So 1, the moment you will put lambda 1, you will get 1. Then you will get again 1 and minus 1. So A right here. Now you have P, which is 1 comma 2 comma minus 3. Now you have 1 comma 1 comma minus 1. This is A. Can't you get P dash, which is, let's say, A, B, C. Let's say not, it's given already. So A plus 1 by 2 is equals to 1. B plus 2 by 2 is equals to 1. C minus 3 by 2 is equals to minus 1. So A is equals to 1. From here B is equals to 0 and C is equals to 1. 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. So 1 plus 0 plus 1 is going to give you 2 as the answer. Option B is correct. Yes, Shrutika, absolutely right. I am like, sometimes I feel in online classes, no, sometimes I feel that I am just doing it and on this side, I don't know what is happening. But the moment you write answer in the chat box, before me, and that too for this question where there are like layers in this question. You have to calculate this, then put this, calculate this, put this, and then you know what, you're not telling me a comma b comma c, you're telling me a plus b plus c. So it makes me feel really, really good. Hi Queenie. Oh, Tuba, you are here. Oh, that's great, Tuba. Yes, if you're in class 11th, then 3D geometry will be a bit too much for you. I would rather recommend that you can go for my previous lectures on row series. You can go with limits, you can go with continuity, you can go with functions, you can go with relations, you can go with binomial, you can go with permutation and combination, sequence and series, so many chapters, and I will highly recommend that. I to feel that you have to do it in row series. I have done like I am not appreciating myself. I know that content will give you a confidence. Okay, so go and watch the row series of previous session. Although if you want to enjoy the live lecture, you can stay here, and like we are almost done in this. We are almost done. Actually, we are done. So this was the last question of the session, and let me tell you, for all of those who are looking for the crash course, right? So crash course registrations are already there. Okay. So link is given in the description box, and let me just go here and check it out. Crash courses. So just click on the link. I have done that right here. If you click on the link, it will get open. Okay, I'm opening it on my tab. Can I just show you on my tab directly? So can you see, this is the crash course. Okay, so this is the crash course over here, and you can see this is the English batch. So what you can do is, there are multiple options like Crash Pro Plus, Pro, Prime. The details are already there. You can just check it out. And the most cheapest one is 3,000 rupees, worth rupees 3,000. You can go for it. And if you want personal attention, you can go for Pro and Pro Plus. There are additional benefits like you will get the offline material delivered to your address. You know the importance of offline material. But in case you don't want offline material, you want a cheaper course, everything is there. Like PDF soft copies will be available in the 3000 Crash Prime course. You can go and buy this course, and if you guys are having any doubts, you can just ask in the comment section, guys. Okay, one student was already asking. So yes, I mean, it will give you a structured course. It will give you like a proper disciplined thing, like these chapters are, you are finishing it off. So yeah, this will help a lot in your JEE Main 2025 January 1st attempt, and it will help in your second attempt as well. Okay, so I guess, and if you guys are having any more doubts regarding this crash course or this chapter or any other chapter or any non-academic doubts, my telegram t.me/Namrata Jaisinghani. Do reach out to me. Okay, and I'll be replying it to you guys. Okay, now this is me, Namrata, signing off. I'll see you all in next video, which is on Saturday, definite integral.